Hey everybody, how you doing? It is the first day of rain in Cape Town, and yeah, I'm not too impressed about that. I was hoping for a bit warmer weather, right? But hey, you got to take what you get. Hi Lelo, how's it Marwan? Hi Jean-Paul, nice that you could see us. Oh, see us? Did I just say that? Hi, Jean-Paul. I hope you had a good weekend. Hi, guys. Who's joining us? We're waiting for some friends to join on Instagram and on Facebook. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend and that you are ready for some awesome talks this week. Jean-Paul, how was your weekend, buddy? Good, 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 good. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to English One's Talk. My name is Nicoletta and I do some live talks at 5 p.m. every day from Monday to Friday. And this week's talks are dedicated to speaking skills. Yay! And the speaking skills that we are dealing with are have a very deep focus on increasing your confidence, your intelligibility, and of course, the integrity of what you say. Today, in particular, we are looking at what I isolated as being one of the most stressful parts about speaking. And no, it is not about grammar. Hi, Maureen. And it is not about lack of vocabulary. It is one that is faced by all students, and that is anxiety. Guess what? We all have it, even native speakers. And I'm pretty sure that even in your own language, when you're put in a position where you have to speak outside of your norm, the anxiety builds. Hello, Anna. Nice that you could join us. I'm so happy. Hi, Abudi. Those who appear confident, I promise you, have worked very hard to turn their anxiety to confidence. Abudi, I'm very well. Thank you for asking. I hope you're well too. So let me talk you through some strategies which you can try to help reduce that anxiety that you feel when you're speaking in English into confidence. So, before I continue, do any of you suffer from anxiety when you speak English? Perhaps to your teacher or to a new friend that you've met in class? Yeah, it's tough. So anxiety is real. It's real. And the most important, Jean-Paul says, no, not really. Well, you've got your strategies down, but let's try and figure out ways that we can better that. Anna says, always. Abudi says, yeah. Well, it's pretty normal. And the most important strategy, and this is over and above everything that I will tell you today, is that you need to acknowledge the anxiety. So you need to say, yes, it's there, and move on. If you don't acknowledge it, you won't feel the need to prepare some strategies to overcome them. So today I'm going to talk you through a few simple ones that are going to help you from today. The first one is voice projection. It is natural to automatically speak softer. Hi, Raquel. Nice you could join. It's natural that when you are not sure of what you're going to say, or you are suffering from anxiety, that you automatically speak softer. If your voice is too soft when you speak, you will be asked to repeat yourself. And that in itself will cause you more anxiety. So take a deep breath and start talking on the exhale. This will ensure that your voice is carried on the longest, strongest wave that you have with an open mouth. This is really important. Make sure that your voice reaches over and above rather than down like this. Because the moment you speak softly and mumbling, you're not going to understand anything, right? And again, it's going to cause you more anxiety because your listener and your audience are going to show you visible signs that they don't understand. And this is going to cause even more anxiety. So make sure that you take those deep breaths and start speaking on the exhale. All right, that's a powerful wave and your mouth will be open. Thank you, Farzad. I'm very well, thank you. How's it, Dylan? I think you could join us. Remember that strong projection will automatically command the attention of your listener. If you speak like this under your voice and because you're so shy, your listener is going to turn off. They're going to lose interest in what you're saying. It equates to insecurities. So try that trick. Deep breath and speak on the exhale. All right. Side note, you want to keep something small in your hand, like a safety pin or a paper clip, when you're talking, because it transfers negative energy to it, keeping your hands busy. And if it's small, nobody gets to see it. All right. I actually picked this up from a movie many years ago. All right. So that was number one, strategy number one. Thank you, Farzad. I'm glad you think it's a great tip. The next one is intelligibility. We're talking about intelligibility. And that means what? Exactly. So, have you actually listened to yourself? Let me tell you that self-observation or self-listening is probably one of the most important learning tools you will ever come across. I tested this myself with some self-observation. So powerful. And with that, I discovered that I speak too fast. I move too much. I use a ton of South African colloquialisms when I speak, and I tend to waffle, which means go off topic. So when you listen to yourself or you observe yourself speaking, see what comes up. Can people understand you? Intelligibility is all about clarity and understanding what you say. Are you mumbling? Are you using words that don't make any sense in that moment because anxiety got the better of you? So I really encourage you to put your phone on record when you are in a social situation, and then just let it go. Don't think about it anymore, and then listen to yourself amongst other people. That's a more natural approach. Another thing that you could do is prepare a 1-minute talk about something, and then record yourself and listen to yourself. Do you make sense? Would a person understand you? Maybe you can even give it to a friend to listen to and ask them, well, did you understand me? Fazat said, stand in front of the mirror and talk. Absolutely. You can do just that, but record yourself. ultimately you want to hear yourself. This is going to be very, very important. Intelligibility is something that is swept under the carpet very often because we are so busy trying to figure out what grammar we should be using and what vocab that we just then turn to mumble what we are saying. So here are some common examples of decreased intelligibility because of, for example, poor pronunciation. Listen to this. It's important to have pens and pencils for learning. It's important to have pens and pencils for learning. So the grammar isn't accurate, but that's not the problem, because even with correct pronunciation and the grammar being not so great, you will still understand what I say. It is important to have pens and pencils for learning. So even though the grammar isn't accurate, the pronunciation of in important, pens and pencils is correct. It's incorrect to say pencils, pen, important. So decreasing your intelligibility. Another example, and this one's this happened to me many years ago. Kapsa is rise and lamp. Kapsa is rise and lamp. For my Saudi students or those that speak Arabic, you'll probably be having a little laugh. Hi, Jacqueline. You all know what kapsa is. But when I heard that sentence, I did not know what kapsa was. And if you don't know what kapsa is, you will not figure it out because the pronunciation of rice and lamb. We need to say kapsa is rice and lamb. So even if one doesn't know what kapsa is or where it comes from, we know that it's food. But with the incorrect pronunciation, intelligibility was lost. I would never have guessed what kapsa was. It could have been a person. All right. And the last one, another example. I like you to drink your cough. I like you to drink your cough. Okay, so here we have another issue of adding sounds and taking away sounds. I like to drink coffee rather than I like you to drink coffee. All right, so some real examples of how poor pronunciation can decrease your intelligibility. So it's really, really important that you, first of all, start to work on those pronunciation errors that are typical for your native language. So look at pronunciation errors done by the Arabic speaker or by the Portuguese speaker or by the Spanish speaker, for example. For our Arabic and Portuguese speakers, English One has 2 pronunciation clinics on the blog, and I will share a link later on. More pronunciation clinics coming up. However, we are also you're also welcome to contact us if you want to have lessons to help reduce your pronunciation errors. Number 2, practice finishing the ends of your words. I know that we've been speaking about colloquialism and slang, and that's perfect and all fine and well. And I use a lot of colloquialisms, but I also finish my words. All right, so think of these words. Next, tomorrow, probably. Next, tomorrow, probably. I even struggle to not say them properly, but these words should be next, tomorrow, and probably. Try to enunciate the full word. All right. A simple trick to practice finishing your words is simply to count. Such a simple way of doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, etc., etc. Just count, because you have to really consider the end of the pronunciation. 21, 22, 35. How many of you have had trouble with 13 and 30? So really focus on that. So it's a nice trick for you to finish the ends of your words. Remember to open your mouth. Sit up tall and breathe. There's no point in slouching. Nothing comes out. Remember the first thing I said? Voice projection. Cough. Jean-Paul. Yes, cough. Correct. It's a difficult one. It really is tough to do that. Farzan says the end of words is really important in IELTS. Correct. It really is. But overall, for intelligibility, it's really important overall. And we tend to, once a student starts to become confident, we tend to want to speak faster, which is what I'm going to be talking now in a second. There is a difference between, it's coffee, cough, which is in English. All right, so there's a difference between connected speech, which is what students may struggle with and think we speak fast and eat the ends of our words, and then using words fully. You can speak fluently, accurately, and connected. So also in a good connected manner, so that you don't speak like a robot, but it's more fluid, and speak slowly at the same time. Don't need to speak fast, which is tip number 3. Speak slowly. Do not try to imitate native speakers when they speak at 200 kilometers an hour. It is not necessary, and it definitely doesn't make you sound more native. And very often, it decreases your intelligibility. Remember that there is a lot that is involved in speaking. Hand movements, gestures, the paralinguistic features, breathing. Jean-Paul says that depends on the public you speak to. Yes, it does depend on the public that you speak to. But overall, as a non-native speaker, it is not going to help you to just speak super fast and try to throw in as many colloquialisms as possible without really making sure that what you are saying is coming out in an intelligible manner, right? So before we go down that road, make sure that you're not putting yourself in a position where you speak super fast to try and get through everything that you need to say because you are anxious, and then you have sort of decreased the number of people that have understood you. I am at fault for speaking fast. I'm a naturally fast speaker. You should hear my sister and I speak together. It's like worse than a waterfall. Anyone listening to the two of us would have a tough time, really have a tough time. So for me, particularly, it's really important to sit back, sit up, breathe, and really take my time in what I'm going to say. My audience, for the better part, are non-native speakers of the language, right? So there's no use in me speaking fast. But overall, guys, even if there are native speakers out there listening to me, it's really not necessary to speak fast. You can also just take it easy, right? And the same goes for the next tip. And this is really important, guys. Simple is best. When it comes to chopping anxiety, big fancy words do not make you sound more confident or even more intelligible. Very often, the complete opposite. Consider this example. I need an analgesic for my painful patella. I need an analgesic for my painful patella. True example, guys. This actually happened. Just say, I need a pain tablet for my knee. It hurts. The second one is going to open up your audience, and whoever's listening to you will understand what you're saying. The first one is just technical language. It's not fancy. And for the better part of people that are listening to you, it makes no sense. All right. So simple is best. All right. Speak slowly. Use the vocabulary that you know well in context. Make sure that what you say has been well researched, and that way you're able to cut your anxiety, speak clearly, have the clarity that is necessary for your audience. Remember, we want to lower our anxiety. We want to be confident and lower our anxiety. Trying to use big fancy words is not going to do that. Hi, Nemo. Oh, wow. Hi, Guy. Remember that 80% of our spoken daily language consists of colloquialisms, right? So concentration on good solid sentences and good pronunciation is key for this. And then number 5, lastly, quality over quantity, guys. Get to the point. Not everything is an opinion and requires your opinion. Not everything needs to be thanked. Measure your airtime carefully. Make use of paralinguistic features. That way you are focusing on the quality of what you want to say. Going one step back with those big fancy words, that's not quality, guys. That's not quality. That's just quantity. That's just throwing in words there. You could use one-word starters. For example, if you're answering a question, sure, or thanks, okay. Use those natural hesitations rather than adding more to your to what you're going to say. So just to recap quickly, number 1, the first thing that you want to focus on is voice projection. Make sure that you're taking a deep breath in and that you start talking on the exhale. Make sure that you are commanding the attention of the people that are listening to you. It could be just your teacher. It could be your classmates. It could be your boss. It could be a teacher, whoever it is. Remember, take a deep breath and start speaking on the exhale. Open your mouth. Intelligibility. Number 2, intelligibility. And this is clarity of what you are saying. For you to lower that anxiety, you want to focus on, number 1, making sure that you are remedying those pronunciation errors, those issues that you have with pronunciation that can very easily lower your intelligibility. You want to learn to finish the words. Speak a little bit slower and practice finishing the words that you're going to say. You can still have beautiful connected speech, like myself, Pat, and not speak too fast. You do not need to speak fast to sound, to have clarity in what you're saying, and to sound fluent and to be fluent in what you're saying. Definitely not. Number 4 is simple is best. Avoid using big fancy words. Get straight to the point. Make sure that you're well prepared for what you're going to say. Don't just blurt it out. Maybe you're contributing to a discussion in class. Before you just start speaking, think about it for a second. What do you want to say? And this brings me to my 5th point, and that is quality over quantity. Instead of 20 words that say the same thing as the 5 words that you could have used before. So think about it before you speak. And this is really, really, really important. Jean-Paul says, the better you think clearly, the better you express yourself. Absolutely. The more you think about what you want to say, the better you will be able to express yourself, because you'll give yourself a moment to bring the vocabulary that you need to the surface. And this, of course, is going to decrease your anxiety, because you're going to be clearer when you speak, you're going to make sense, and it will be correct. All right. And even if it isn't correct, your voice projection, you have used vocabulary that you are trying to recycle, is going to command the attention of the listener, and that's going to give you a boost. Maybe it was incorrect, but I did it in a good, robust manner. So bringing me back to my very, very first point, and that is anxiety is an emotion. It's a state of mind, and it demands attention. It needs to be acknowledged so that you can be better prepared for it, so that you can turn that anxiety into confidence. And this is true for all aspects of speaking, like I said, guys. It's true for when you're speaking to a new friend, a classmate, your teacher, your boss, perhaps an interview online for a new job. Don't think for a second that this is, wow, let's do this. I can do this online. It takes courage, because you don't know who you're talking to. You hope that, you're not going to double over your words, which can happen. And the most important thing is that you be calm, take deep breaths, and know that it's going to be okay, that you have given yourself a chance to acknowledge that anxiety. Everything that you do after that will go a little bit smoother. And it is imperative that you go through your checklist. Work towards turning anxiety into confidence. It doesn't happen overnight. You're going to have your first time that is going to be okay, and the next you're going to add a new point. So start perhaps by finishing your words carefully. Do that. Perhaps you want to consider using a slower speed, but step by step. It doesn't change overnight. It takes practice. And remember to go find yourself something that you can put between your fingers to transfer that negative energy if you've got it. With that, guys, I'm going to say thank you very much for having joined me today. I hope that my tips will help you to be more confident and to help you reduce that anxiety that you have when you are speaking in English. I'd like to remind all of you that English One is now online, and we have wonderful virtual classrooms as well as private lessons and other online services. We have club lessons, and we are soon going to be including specialized lessons. If you are interested in any of these, please reach out to us. I'm going to leave a description in the description box below on YouTube. You guys on Instagram can either go to our YouTube channel, you'll see it in the bio. Please contact us and we'll send you the relevant information. And join me tomorrow for my next talk. Remember that this week is all about speaking, and it is all about confidence and making sure that English is your ally, not your enemy. And I am going to be there to take you through this journey step by step. Again, if any of you have any questions, any requests, please let us know. Send us a comment, and we will. I will try to include your requests in my talks. By the way, this week's talks on speaking were all very much inspired by all of you. Thank you very much. I'm seeing lots of thanks. Hi, Lily, Isabel. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like my tips, Anna. Jean-Paul says that I shouldn't hurt myself with the pin. I promise you it's closed. Hey, this is the pin. I've got 2 pins actually, a small one and a big one. And I also have tons of paper clips which I use. It's really cool. So with that, guys, thank you. Nemo, I wasn't here from the very beginning. I missed the first tips. Okay, well, Nemo, this video, like all my videos, are recorded and will be available online in a few minutes. All right, so you're welcome to go back and have a look at the video. Again, thank you very much, and it was wonderful spending the afternoon with you guys. If you are just waking up, surfacing, have a wonderful day, and I look forward to chatting with you guys tomorrow. Lots of love. Bye-bye.